What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another update on Cocoro. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, so as usual, we're just going to start off with a little bit of technical analysis. So you can actually see that Cocoro was up just over 15% today. And if you look at this very tight falling wedge, you'll notice that it's actually starting to break out. This is a very clear breakout today. In full transparency, I am actually recording this video on the evening of September 12th, and you guys will be seeing this tomorrow morning. So there is a chance that price action will have changed a little bit. But as we stand right now, we've had a very nice move today. Cocoro is back to a $5.9 million market cap. And just a little while ago, it was back over 6 million. Now, you'll probably also notice though that a big reason Cocoro is pumping right now is just because the overall market is pumping. You'll see that Ethereum specifically is actually up 5% in the last day. That is a very nice move for Ethereum. If you look at the weekly candle, this is a very strong weekly candle. And if we come over here to the daily closed as a bullish engulfing candle. And you'll notice that the daily actually got right back above the 21-day moving average. This was a very important level for us to reclaim. And it's fascinating how technical analysis has played out yet again. If you guys have been watching my content over the last week, I've been talking about how there was a strong bullish divergence on the daily time frame. Price action was swinging up into a higher low and the RSI was swinging down into a lower low. Usually when you do have a strong Class A bullish divergence, it can signal a bottom. And again, it's led to a very nice breakout. Now, will Ethereum put in new all-time highs from this move? Who knows? What you do have to understand is that it's currently a Friday evening. Oftentimes, weekends are very low volume. That being said, the next FOMC meeting is less than a week away. It's on the 17th. So whether or not we get rate cuts will probably cause a huge volume spike. And honestly, even if we don't get rate cuts, there could still be a huge volume spike just because a lot of people are expecting rate cuts. Either way, be prepared for the 17th. Perhaps right now the market's trying to front run something. Now, regarding Cocoro specifically, you guys might have seen this post earlier from HTX community, but they posted this little video 11 hours ago. What's the first coin you think of before bed? And I paused it 1 second in, you can see that they have the Cocoro token logo. So you can see that HTX is still actively shilling Cocoro. I know that a lot of people out there were getting worried that HTX might never list Cocoro simply because it had dropped so much. Because there was a point in time where Cocoro dropped to around a $4 million market cap. And I saw a lot of people saying that they don't even think HTX will list Cocoro anymore. But you see right here 11 hours ago that they're still shilling Cocoro. So honestly, at this point, I would still be shocked if this project does not eventually get listed. Now, if we take a look at their X account, you can see that they're just under 700 followers. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but you have to understand they have had 3 different X accounts get suspended. Not to mention they've also had a Telegram that got hacked and deleted. This project has been through a lot, which is something that I actually respect because of how resilient they are. Even though they constantly have bad things happening to them, they continue fighting and they continue growing as a community. A lot of projects out there would have quit after the 3rd suspended X account. That's just the reality of how a lot of projects are. I say it all the time, but the reality is that every project out there looks great when it's pumping. But whenever a project is dumping, and especially the whole market's dumping, that's when you find out what a project is actually about. And just to be clear, I have been very impressed with Cocoro. I think they handle a lot of things the right way. Not to mention, it's very important to remember this post right here, August 28th. Vitalik sold his position in Cocoro. And if you guys have watched some of my previous Cocoro updates, I showed you some of the charts of projects that Vitalik sold. He sold Mudeng, and we saw Mudeng run from a couple million to over 92 million. He sold the Nero CTO, and we saw the Nero CTO get listed on HTX and get a Binance listing. And then the Nero CTO ran to a $1.3 billion market cap. So we have seen some of these projects go parabolic after Vitalik sells and then makes a post about the project. Usually it's some form of donation. Now, is it guaranteed that he does it for Cocoro? No, it's not. But it is a potential catalyst to keep in mind. I have a hunch that a lot of people who are panic selling right now are not going to like it too much if Vitalik makes a post. There's a very good chance that they lose out on a nice position. Again, is any of that guaranteed? No, it's not. But he sold his bag on August 28th. Now, I also just want to continue taking a look at the crypto market as a whole right now. I want you to understand that the crypto fear and greed index is climbing again. It's back to 53, which is neutral. However, it was around a week ago that the fear and greed index was at 39, which was fearful. The fact that it was ever that low to begin with is insane. It just goes to show you right there that most people do not have perspective in this market. To put things in perspective, during that time, Ethereum was at 4,400 a coin. However, back in April, Ethereum was at $1,380. And if you've been in this space any amount of time, you know that nothing runs forever. So the fact that people were freaking out over a little pullback is crazy. But as you can see, market confidence is starting to grow again. And obviously that's due to some of these projects spiking. But regarding Cocoro, I am liking it from a technical analysis standpoint as well. I know it's been bleeding for a very long time, and we definitely have not had a true breakout yet. To be honest with you, I would like to see Cocoro at least claim that 10 million range. However, this is a great start breaking out of this very tight falling wedge. Ideally, we would like to put in a higher low and then just continue climbing out of here. So far, so good though. But honestly, that's about it for the update today. As I always do, I'm going to recommend that you guys take a look at my Discord. We've been getting into projects super early in here this entire cycle. Some of these plays you could have turned $1,000 into over $200,000. And I have a feeling that some of these projects are just getting started. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. It'd truly be a blessing to have you in here with us. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments if there are any other projects that you'd like me to cover in the future. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.